Hello! Yesterday we discussed the types of clincher sentences and how we can use the PEN strategy steps for writing clincher sentences. Today I will show you how to translate those steps into thoughts and actions as you actually write clincher sentences. I'll give you a model of what to think and do as you follow these steps. Why is it important to have that demonstration? That demonstration will show you what to do and how to talk to yourself when you try to write clincher sentences yourself. As I demonstrate how to write clincher sentences, listen carefully to what I say and watch carefully to what I do so you can imitate my thoughts and actions. I'll be asking you to demonstrate how you think and act after my demonstration. So I'll be doing the first example here. And I'll begin by doing example model paragraph 1 here, and I'll demonstrate the PEN steps to use if you were doing a general clincher sentence. So I'm going to read what we have so far of the paragraph for you. A football team can score points in several ways. And that is our topic sentence, and then the rest of this is the details. Anytime during a game, a football team can make 6 points by scoring a touchdown. A touchdown occurs when a player carries the football across the goal line or when the ball is successfully caught in the end zone. After a touchdown, a team can score additional points. 1 point can be made by kicking the ball through the goalposts. 2 points can be made by running the ball across the goal line or by successfully passing the ball into the end zone. Another way a team can score any time is by kicking a 3-point field goal. A field goal is scored when a player kicks the football through the goalposts. Something that happens less often is that a team can score 2 points for a safety. This involves tackling the player who has the ball when he is inside his own team's end zone. So we've talked about the ways we can score as a football team. So now we need to write that clincher sentence for this paragraph. I think I've said all I need to say in this paragraph. That means I'm ready to write my conclusion or my clincher sentence. I'll use the PEN steps to help me write it. The P stands for pick a type of sentence and a formula. That means I'll need to pick one kind of clincher sentence. First, I need to check what type of topic sentences I wrote. I see here I wrote a cluing topic sentence. Several is the clue word here. That means I can choose either a general clincher or a specific clincher sentence. So you have to change it from the topic sentence. You don't do the same two. So I'm going to decide to pick a general clincher sentence. I'll need to pick a formula. Since I've written a lot of simple and complex sentences, I think I'll try to write a compound sentence here with the form independent clause, semicolon, independent clause. All right, so then I'm at step 2, explore the words to fit the sentence type and formula. I've chosen my type of clincher sentence and a formula. So I'm ready for the E step, explore words to fit the type and formula. I want to write a general clincher sentence, and I remember that a general clincher sentence mentions the main idea of the paragraph and makes the reader think more about the topic. First, I'll check the transitions chart for an idea for my concluding transition. So let me go ahead here. There's my transitions chart. All right, so looking at these, what do I want to do? So I'm going to do a general one. I'm thinking I like this in conclusion one. I'll use that transition here. I need to remember to use the same point of view and tense I've used in the rest of the paragraph. So let me go back to those steps. All right. So I need to remember to use the same point of view and tense I've used in the rest of the paragraph. Let's see. I used the present tense and the third person point of view in the other sentences, so I'll have to use them here too. In a good general clincher sentence, I need to mention the main idea of the paragraph. The main idea of my paragraph Is scoring points in football? If I want to make the clincher extra good, I also need to make the reader think some more about the topic. This is tough, but I'll get an idea that if I stick to it. I think I figured out once that there were 5 different ways to make a score of 15 points in football. What if I said, in conclusion, football players can be inventive in building the final score of a game. They can put points together in creative combinations to beat their opponent. I think that would work, so I'm going to go with that. So then I'm at note the words, so then I need to write it down. I've thought of some words, so now I need to do the end step. Note the words. I'll write them down in my paper. I need to be careful to use a comma after my concluding transition. All right, so then I'm at the 4th step, which is to search and check. I'm doing great. All I have left to do on this sentence, and let me get to the sentence here. All right, so there's our sentence. Let's read it again. In conclusion, football players can be inventive in building the final score of a game. There's my semicolon. I put my comma after the transition, so that looks good. They can put points together in creative combinations to beat their opponents. All right, so now I need to do the search and check step. All I have left to do on this sentence is the search and check step. First, I need to search for the verbs and subjects in the first independent clause. So that would be can be inventive. And then, so that looks good. And then is there an action, state of being? Yes. Is there other verbs in this clause? No. So is there a subject, who or what? That would be football players. So that looks good. There's no other subject. So I know that the first independent clause is complete. If I have a verb in a sentence, now I'll check the second independent clause. All right, so they can put points together. Can put is the verb, so that looks good. And then our subject is they. So the second independent clause looks good. It has a verb and a subject. I have 2 independent clauses separated by a semicolon right here. I have my transitions phrase in conclusion and a comma. So it looks like I did a good job on that. All right, let me know if you have any questions about this. And like I said, there'll be 2 more examples here for you to work on your own and give your conclusions for them. And then I'll check those and get back to you with feedback. Thanks, everyone.